Imagine looking out of an airplane window at 35,000 feet, and suddenly both engines go silent. No roar, no powerful push forward, just an eerie quiet as the airplane continues moving through the sky. For most people, this sounds like the beginning of a disaster movie. Two engines fail, and the plane simply drops out of the sky. But that is not what usually happens. In fact, one of the most surprising things about a modern airplane is what it can still do when the engines stop completely. So, if both engines fail thousands of feet above the ground, what actually happens next? So, let's discover what happens if both plane engines fail with Origin Files Hub. The first surprise is that an airplane does not need its engines to stay in the air. Engines provide thrust, which pushes the airplane forward. But the wings are what create lift. As long as the airplane is moving through the air at the right speed, its wings can continue producing enough lift for controlled flight. Of course, without engines, the airplane cannot stay at the same altitude forever. It will slowly begin descending, but it does not simply fall. It becomes something very different, a giant glider. And this is where things become even more surprising. Commercial airplanes are designed to glide much farther than most people imagine. The exact distance depends on the aircraft, its altitude, weather, and other conditions. But from a high cruising altitude, a powerless airplane may still have enough time and distance to reach a suitable airport or another safe landing area. That gives pilots something extremely valuable: time. But how did aviation reach a point where a machine carrying hundreds of people could lose all engine power and still remain controllable? The answer goes back to the earliest days of flight. Long before jet airliners existed, the first successful aircraft relied on a basic truth of aerodynamics. Wings can generate lift without constantly being pushed by an engine. Gliders proved this principle before powered aviation became common. The engine made sustained flight practical. It allowed airplanes to climb, travel long distances, and maintain speed. But the basic relationship between air, speed, and wings never disappeared. As aircraft became larger and more complex, engineers built multiple layers of protection into their designs. Modern airliners have more than one engine, multiple electrical systems, backup instruments, emergency procedures, and carefully planned training for situations that may be extremely rare. However, this was not the biggest surprise. What happens if both engines stop is something pilots actually train for. When engine power is lost, the pilot's first job is not to panic. They immediately focus on keeping the airplane flying. Speed becomes critical. If the aircraft becomes too slow, the wings can no longer produce enough lift. So the pilots aim for a safe gliding speed. At the same time, they try to understand why the engines stopped and whether they can be restarted. There was one famous event that showed just how extraordinary this can be. In 1982, Air Canada Flight 143 ran out of fuel in the middle of a flight because of a fuel calculation error caused by confusion between measurement systems. Both engines stopped. The Boeing 767 was thousands of feet above the ground. But instead of falling from the sky, the pilots glided the aircraft toward an abandoned military airfield in Gimli, Manitoba. The landing was extremely difficult, and the aircraft suffered damage, but everyone on board survived. The airplane later became known as the Gimli Glider, but almost nobody knows that another problem can appear when both engines fail. Many important systems on an airplane depend on electrical and hydraulic power. If the engines stop, backup systems become essential. Modern aircraft are designed with emergency power sources to help keep critical systems operating. Some aircraft can deploy a small emergency turbine called a ram air turbine. It uses the force of air rushing past the aircraft to help provide power for essential systems. Think about how strange that is. The same air through which the powerless airplane is gliding can help provide the energy needed to keep important controls working. And there is another common misunderstanding. A double engine failure does not always mean the engines are permanently destroyed. Sometimes pilots may be able to restart them. For example, an engine may stop because of a temporary problem involving fuel, weather, or another unusual condition. Depending on the cause and the altitude of the aircraft, restart procedures may be possible. That is why the pilots do not immediately assume the story is over. They troubleshoot. They communicate with air traffic control. They calculate how far they can glide. And they look for the safest possible place to land. Every second matters, but this is not a situation where pilots simply wait for the airplane to fall. They are flying the aircraft all the way down. Of course, a complete loss of both engines is extremely serious and very rare. A successful outcome depends on many factors, including altitude, location, weather, aircraft condition, and whether a suitable landing area can be reached. Sometimes, there may be no easy solution. But the biggest myth remains the same. An airplane without working engines is not a stone. It does not suddenly lose the ability to fly. At 35,000 feet, with both engines silent and the ground far below, the airplane still has wings, still has forward movement, and, for a limited but precious amount of time, still has the ability to glide toward survival. So the next time you hear the roar of a jet engine and assume it is the only thing keeping the airplane in the sky, remember this: if the sound ever disappeared, the most important part of the aircraft might still be quietly doing exactly what it was designed to do: flying. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Origin Files Hub for more fascinating stories behind the ordinary things we see every day. And let us know in the comments, what topic should we explore next?